These are the stories.
Okay.
Akwaba.
That's it.
The viewers are watching us on Streamhouse GH, on Facebook, on Streamhouse TV, on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Akwaba.
All right.
And then I want my entertainment story. My mouth just the actual.
Oh, okay. And then there maybe be crazy about I'm a Chelsea fan, so I will delve in Chelsea stories.
Okay. Okay. But before we go Chelsea stories, no, break his entertainment story now at the buyer, no. Only him say in the year 1988.
Okay.
Donald Trump, a friend Michael Tyson, who we popularly call him the bad boy, and Donald Trump is also regarded as the most ridiculed president to ever have been elected by the United States.
Yes.
And it is amazing. Say in the year 1988, Donald Trump was employed by Michael Tyson.
Wow.
And that time, not Michael Tyson as second manager. That is Bill, the manager, a friend of Bill.
Yes,
No, second manager. No, he called on Donald Trump. So on Buano, now on make it like concerning his career, Donald Trump and making the necessary decisions.
Okay.
Now Donald Trump came into the picture and got him a bout with then heavyweight undefeated champion. That is Michael Spinks.
Okay.
And it's amazing. Say Michael Spinks and Tyson calling me. It took Tyson 9 seconds to finish the bout. And when the bout came to an end, Tyson got Donald Trump and Tyson accrued almost 22 million.
Wow.
But
wow.
then Donald Trump invested 11 million in that bout alone.
Okay.
And that is the sportainment story of the stories about Michael Tyson.
Yes.
It's amazing. Say Obia, an oil president for the United States, was once employed by Michael Tyson. It shows us, going forward, no, you never know who will be your boss.
Oh yes, definitely.
Then I walk around.
Definitely. Oh, okay. Looking at the story, and I think it's very interesting because people used to say the world is very small world, and you will not know when definitely you will find yourself somewhere. So anything via nipe little advice, I think you have to put in much effort and give out your best because you don't know where you will end up one day. So looking at Mike Tyson and Donald Trump's issue, I think that is the best sports.
It's true.
Yes.
And then viewers, as we on Streamhouse TV on YouTube and Streamhouse GH on Facebook, remember to leave your comment below the channel. And remember to subscribe and share with your friend. You can also send in your messages via WhatsApp 024 90 73 993 and I'll read your comment here. Then go straight into the issues. Weekend, starting midweek, Champions League.
Wow.
Which team was your favorite pick?
Okay, I'll go for Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Because they really surprised me. Really? To be frank, they really surprised me.
A lot of people were surprised by that scoreline.
Yes, because looking at RB Leipzig, who was a semi-finalist, was there?
They were semi-finalists.
Yes, semi-finalist, and looking into the game, people were thinking, definitely me. I was thinking,
Leipzig best show.
No, definitely at least a draw will be okay. But the way Manchester United took over the game, I was shocked, and it looks like United is improving. Yes, they are really improving.
I think one thing Nkofo takes away. I'm not saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a top class manager.
Oh, yes.
Okay, but he knows how to play the big games.
Yes,
because
definitely.
A very pragmatic manager.
Yes.
Okay. One thing I think he struggles is when he's playing against side that sits deep in two lines of defense with two blocks, and then issues for him because of the way he sets his team out to exploit spaces.
Oh yes.
Okay, and so Oshia team out, he doesn't get the space that he struggles a lot, and giving Leipzig 3 back and the way Nagelsmann Ashishe team no, he plays with a lot of weight.
Yes.
Okay, but in that game, no, now I was even surprised. Say, Nagelsmann's team was. I say they didn't come in with that energy.
You know yes, because when you look at Manchester United, anytime that they are playing a big game, one thing that I've realized about them is they use the counter attack very much. They use the counter attack very much. So they will allow you to play your ball, your football, whatever you call it, tiki taka or what. They will just sit deep and hit you on the counter attack. And you know, Manchester United, their front line, they are very sharp.
Yeah.
So when they get you on the counter attack, my brother, you are dead.
The Mason Greenwood goal was amazing. Yes. I like the guy. Like NHL say the guy is a real potential world-class player.
Yes. They have to give that guy
a chance. Because Ocean runs now, it was a very fantastic one. He just went off the shoulder of the defender. Defender him say, he's running into an offside position. But the run was so perfect. And the pass was like, it was a well-timed passer. And I like the way he had that composure. Because, and that brings me that question of the issue between happening between Real Madrid and Gladbach game, you know, the likes of the way Benzema Coca say, Vinicius Jr. And people are saying that he's young. For God's sake, Vinicius is 20 years.
Oh yes.
And Greenwood is 19. Yeah. But Osher Greenwood composure in front of the goal. Osher Haaland composure in front of goal. When Mbappe was 19, you saw his composure in goal. Sometimes the argument for Vinicius seems flawed because only Osher right now, the immediate competitor, Ansu Fati, the composure in front of goals. Like you can see that argument is flawed.
Yes.
That age is young because now at 18, 19 years, these guys are more or less superstars.
Yes.
People that decide games for their club.
Even looking at this guy, Mason Mount from Chelsea. You know, Chelsea's game against Krasnodar.
Yeah.
When he came on the pitch, you could feel his impact on the pitch. So I think the young guys coming out, that guy Vinicius Jr., Zidane has to work on him very, very well because he has everything. And one thing that he has to work on it is his finishing. I think that's the only problem with Vinicius Jr. Yes, Zidane has to, work on his finishing.
Yeah. So what do you think about Ansu Fati's performance? Let's just go back to the Classico and then come to the midweek performance so far. Ansu Fati.
You know, he's in his era, and this is the time for him to, make some name for himself because looking at him coming from the La Masia and he's a homegrown boy and they've given him the opportunity to explore what he has. So I think looking at his development, he has developed very, very, very well and he's a fantastic player and the world must watch out for Ansu Fati. I love him so much.
He's a very, very good player. I think he's in the Classico, he does something that amazed me so much.
Yeah.
When your ball be he moved to the flank, so he had beaten Ferland Mendy, and he has gotten into the ball, and the ball got to him. And Lionel Messi had made a run, and for the Barcelona, we know everybody plays to the tune of Lionel Messi.
Yes.
And this young chap in a Classico, in your ball, Lionel Messi is making a run. He does the shoulder thing. He shrugs. He tries to use his body to shrug off the defender. The defender doesn't move, and he finds a small space left by Courtois, and he tries to put the ball there, and he didn't get it on target. But that confidence alone shows you the kind of person he's growing into, the kind of player he's growing into. Yes, you are Lionel Messi. This is Classico. But I think that I have a better chance of scoring from this angle. You are making the run. And I like the way he's so confident. Even
his composure, he has everything. He has everything. He just need to learn something and be the best of what he's doing.
He's amazing,
and he's very quick. Ramos was struggling with it.
Oh yeah, the first goal.
Yes.
You can clearly see that when
typical number 9 goal.
When Alba took off, it's not as if Ramos in a good position, but the guy just burned him out, or Kojan or Crash. So Ramos couldn't have a lot of control. But let's come to Chelsea. Before we come to Chelsea, viewers, remember that you subscribe to us. You subscribe to the channel Streamhouse TV on YouTube and Streamhouse G8 on Facebook. Remember to leave in your comment. Remember to also share. And remember to send your comment via 02490733993. I'm in the studio with our able panelist Ima. He's going to delve into Chelsea's game with in the Champions League.
Okay.
Ima, let's delve into Chelsea's game.
We Chelsea fans, we are not patient at all. And one thing that I've realized about Frank Lampard is he's building something. It's just that we are struggling on our defense. But looking at our previous 3 matches that we've not conceded any goal, I think Lampard is really doing a good job. Because against our game, Ziyech was into. The only problem with Ziyech was the match fitness, and when he
started
so with this match against Krasnodar, he started the match, and looking at his contributions and everything, I think with time, Chelsea team is going to be very, very, very dangerous. That's what I am hoping for.
But you can see the signs.
And with the job that
at least they are working on their defense.
Yes.
They've gone 3 games without conceding.
Yes.
And that's good. Now the Kepa villains can jump on him and deal with him, because they see a keeper for but he's kept 3 issues. But let's not. I always had an issue with the way Kepa was treated. I thought that player lost his confidence, and I wouldn't sit here and make an argument to defend Kepa. But the point is that I think Frank Lampard handled the situation well, and that's my personal opinion, because I felt that Kepa, you buy a player for, let's say, 70 million, right?
Yeah.
You buy a player for 70 million. Now, what the neighbor team, you need to give him that confidence. Okay, we all know how it took the year to adapt to the EPL. Now, Kepa Bayern, for God's sake, you play close to 21 matches and he keeps 1 clean sheet. You can't tell me that is a player's fault. I think he may have his fault, but something structurally wrong or tactically wrong. Okay, but instead, Tama Mendy by Mendy's first 2 games, did he keep a clean sheet?
No,
I think he considered.
He considered in the.
But going forward,
Carabao
you can
Cup,
clearly see that tactically, Frank Lampard is now fixing his defense loopholes. Okay, and to say it is also helping the team to keep the clean sheet. Okay, and that's something, that's a good sign. Say a manager is learning on a job.
Yes, he's learning on the job.
Fun. Delve into it.
I'll pick it from where you ended. That Lampard is learning on the job. And when Chelsea is on the ball, they are very confident. You can't take that aspect from Chelsea. When they are with the ball, they possess very, 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 very well. And I think our problem was the defense line, and they are working on it. Looking at 3 games, we've not conceded a goal.
What do you think he's doing differently that is making you solid at the back? What is making Chelsea?
I think right now Chelsea is trying to find the best pair when it comes to the defense. Every games Lampard tried to change the 2 center pair. So with this Krasnodar, he played Rudiger with Zuma. So I think that one, it worked very, very well. And our game against Manchester United, he played Thiago Silva and Kezuma. And with what he's doing, I think with Kezuma and Rudiger, our last match, they were very compact. And looking for our game against Burnley, I think when he pairs Zuma and Rudiger, I think it will be very, very, very.
So you think that right now your pair between Zuma and Rudiger, Thiago Silva is the best.
Yes, I think so. But age is catching up with Thiago Silva, and looking at the pace in the Premier League, Thiago Silva cannot. I mean, he cannot stand with that. So I think if Lampard plays Thiago Silva and Kezuma during the UCL, I think it will be better. And when it comes to the EPL, to when he plays Rudiger and Kezuma, I think it will match very well.
But don't you think there are higher stakes in the UCL? I mean, that's the Champions League. You want to do well. You want to get more money. Okay.
Yes.
You want to, send your club to a certain level. Okay. So why would you want to play a less pacey defense in the UCL as against a pacey defense a pacey defense in the in the EPL?
Yeah, well, the reason why I say that is because when it comes with the Champions League, it goes with so much experience. If you don't have experience in the Champions League, you can't go anywhere. And look at the player that we are talking about now, Thiago Silva.
Experience last year.
Yes. So that's the reason why I am putting my argument into such condition, because he is very experienced when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, and I think when Lampard uses him in our Champions League games, it will help Chelsea a lot. So with the EPO, he should just pair Kezuma and Rudiger. I think right now Rudiger has learned from his sins.
but okay, so on the Rudiger issue, today I think Chelsea fans are enjoying the show. There's one comment here. Adel Sadek says that I'm really enjoying the analysis on Chelsea. Keep it up, guys. Kofi Minanim says, great show. I'm enjoying the guys' analysis on Chelsea. Please break it down for us. We want to know what is best, what is happening with Chelsea's defense, and how best we can do it going forward. So, going forward, you think that Chelsea's best player in the EPL is Rudiger, and then
Rudiger just
Zuma.
Yes,
but
yes.
Rudiger, we've seen Rudiger's form over the last 5 matches he's played. Even for Germany, he was absolutely poor, like very, very poor against Germany, and then in the EPL, well, before he made his comeback into the Champions League, I mean, the previous matches before the season started, we could see that he wasn't in the best of shape. I think that Chelsea fans should be looking at Christensen more, because Christensen is, I know he has his flaws, he has his issues, and Christensen is not injury prone like the way Rudiger is. Rudiger can be sidelined for several months, and you wouldn't want a center pair that is injury prone all the time, so you have to constantly make changes. I think that Christensen should be given the nod ahead of Rudiger.
Christensen, one problem that he has is during the game, sometimes he lacks concentration. He doesn't concentrate on the game. I think our last the game that we drew with Southampton, looking at the goals that Chelsea conceded, when you pay attention clearly to the mistakes that Christensen did, it was about I think he wasn't concentrate. He didn't concentrate much on the game. That was what led us conceding that 3 goals.
Okay.
So my argument is, Rudiger is back, and I think I read the news yesterday, and they said that Lampard has talked with him very, 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 very well, extensively. So I don't think Rudiger is into make that such mistakes again. Okay. And right now Chelsea has the defense. If you misbehave, Tomori is there. So right now, everybody is going to give out his best.
Why is Tomori not starting? Why is he injured?
Yeah, Tomori is injured. So I think he was at the bench during our Champions League match. He was at the bench. But that guy is also
a very good.
Yes, he's
work
very.
On him. Yes, because he has the pace. I don't know. It's the same thing. These are young chaps. These are great.
So that's why we brought in Thiago Silva
to work on the young ones.
To at least
enough of the Chelsea. Let's look at the upcoming fixture. Arsenal versus Manchester United.
Wow, very big game.
A very, very big game.
Very big game.
United is on form. In the last 3 games, they scored how many goals? I think close to
almost
11 or 12
yes,
goals.
11 goals. Yeah.
And Arsenal, last week, Leicester beats them 1-0.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey. Would Thomas Partey have make the party happen in this game?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Looking at this game, I think it might be a draw.
You think it will be a draw?
Yes, because recently Manchester United, they are struggling. When it comes to the EPL, they are struggling at home. So at least, I think Arteta is going there at least to pick a point.
Well,
but when it comes to big matches, you know, United, you cannot doubt them.
I have this issue with Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Arteta is a good coach. When he picked the team, he brought the team back alive. He gave them some level of hope. He went on a run of games without losing. But there is this thing about Arteta. You see, I don't think he's tactically flexible. In the sense that when he begins a game with a game plan and things are not going well, you see Arteta struggling to make changes, struggling to change the dynamics of his team. When he begins with the 3 backs, and Koya, who say Arteta, and who say, oh, let me try. Mostly all his attack wants to go through the wing play. He goes through the wing. He does the cross to the far post, another striker, or quick transition within his front 3 out front. The ball goes to the wing, and then he like, and look at what is happening to Aubameyang. After his contract, the guy has gone about 3 or 4 games without scoring. But before his contract, he was scoring here and there. So what is happening to Arsenal? Is it that they have to find a new way of attacking? I don't get it. Even
Willian is struggling over there. Yesterday I read about a post that he made that he doesn't even understand some of Arteta's tactics.
Yeah, because when you watch Arteta, his system looks too complicated. I don't know how patient Arsenal can be, because you see, when Guardiola came to City, okay, Guardiola came with a philosophy. Okay, with his own playing style. You move the ball the way he wanted to play, some level of tiki-taka. But in his first season, he realized that it wasn't working, so he made a transition. Now Guardiola's team doesn't play that level of tiki-taka, even though they play quick possessive football, but they don't play that tiki-taka system again. Okay, every year you see Guardiola putting something one on new to his tactics. Okay, but you see, when Guardiola was coming to City had the quality. City had reached the Champions League, I think, semi-final with Pellegrini. Okay, and Pellegrini's system of play is not so different from the system that Guardiola was coming in, because after all, in Spain they call him the engineer. So he plays, and when you see his Betis team play currently, you see it's not the same, but you see some level of similarities. So it's easy for players to adapt. But this is a case. This is Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is trying to implement something so new in Arsenal, and it looks like the players are struggling to grasp it. And I think he's going to play a toll on this game. Okay. And I believe that I think United will win this game. Not because United has the best of players, but United, if you watch United over in their last 3 games, you are beginning to see some level of consistency in the midfield. If only Pogba doesn't start, he should start the same. You see, when Pogba starts, he provides them with something, but Pogba slows the game down for them sometimes. He has to slow the game down, and when you slow the game down, you give players like Granit Xhaka and the rest to break your attacking transition. And if he doesn't play Pogba, I think United stand a chance of really making it. If only our big boss, Maguire, doesn't make mistakes at the back. You get it?
Okay. Right.
So let's look at Madrid. That's the last game we are looking for over the weekend. Madrid against Huesca.
I think Madrid is going to win this game.
Are you sure?
Looking at their current form, I don't think Zidane is going to sit down for them to lose this game. I don't think they are going to lose it. And I don't know what's happening to Madrid. Frankly speaking, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to them, because looking at their team and You have Ramos, you have Varane.
Anyway, Hazard is back.
Even
Do you think he'll make an
Hazard,
impact?
yes. During the UCL game, when he came on, at least you can see Hazard is, he's trying to do something
Yeah,
small.
but I mean, Charlie, he wasn't the main contributor to their 2-2 draw was Luka Modric.
Yes.
You could feel that the guy came in, and I'm a very big fan of Toni Kroos. I love Toni Kroos for his efficiency, his directness, the way he's so calm in tight spaces and all those. But when Toni Kroos was on the pitch, it was easy for Gladbach because Toni Kroos, I don't know if it was according to the design instruction, but he had slowed the game for Madrid. That the game was so slow. Madrid attacking transition was slow. And the worst case was that Vinicius Zidane was not pulling his Vinicius Junior was not pulling his weight.
Yeah.
When Hazard came in, he had a clear chance to score, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But you could see that when Luka Modric came in, he could find that space in the deep block that Gladbach has set up. Now, one thing that is wrong with Zidane's, I don't want to say it's wrong with. I think Zidane's team struggles to find spaces against teams that plays deep blocks. Because they don't move the ball quickly. They struggle to make attacking. The attacking transition is slow. And so when they are playing teams again with those deep blocks, what happens is that the team sits so deep, the team Madrid moves so high the pitch, and they leave a lot of spaces. And Ramos is not 23. Ramos is almost 35, 36.
Yes.
Once you play the ball into space, and the smaller teams the mid-table teams and the smaller teams have realized that. So let's see deep. Madrid will come so high. We'll play the ball into space. 1-2 quick transition. We get Courtois one-on-one chance. If you are fortunate to score. And so against Wesker, who is likely to also set up a defensive team, like a team that will sit so deep. I'm wondering how Real Madrid will break their line.
I think
maybe Hazard will contribute. I don't know.
This guy that I think he's injured, Martin Odegaard.
Odegaard.
I think if he was around, he might do some small magic for them, but he's not fit, and
but
I
with
don't know.
Odegaard's absence, I think we expect the likes of Isco should step up. We should see Toni Kroos stepping up, and we should see. I mean, they have quality.
That's why I said that I don't know what's happening to Real Madrid currently.
I think it's a tactical issue, and Zidane needs to fix. Because often when you look at Real Madrid, you realize that when they are in their attacking transition, they don't have a focal point of attack. Mostly their focal point of attack, which is supposed to be Benzema, is drifting to the laterals. It's drifting to the wings, and so Madrid always have either double numbers on the laterals without any focal point in the central part of the opponent zone, and I think that slows their attack. But with Hazard returning, I think there'll be some change. He contribute to the attacking transition of the team, especially when you look at his short minutes, his 15 minutes with Gladbach. You realize that when Benzema drifts to the left, Hazard takes the space in the central position. So I agree that Hazard could contribute something going forward. But they have a dicey game against Inter Milan.
Wow.
And those two fixtures will determine the fate of Real Madrid. If Real Madrid doesn't get
they have to do something.
4 points out of that game, they are out of the competition.
I believe in Zidane. I believe in him so much. When you least expect something from him, he will consult some small magic to deliver. So I believe during that game, Madrid will do something at Bernabeu.
Okay, viewers, you have heard your able panelist Ima. He's breaking down the games from midweek UCL games to Europa to the upcoming fixture of Chelsea against Burnley. We've looked at Real Madrid. We've looked at Manchester United. We are about to go into the local stories, but remember to subscribe to our channel Streamhouse TV on YouTube and Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Remember to also leave your comment. Let me read some few comments here. Amena says, I'm enjoying Ima's analysis. Ima is a very great analyst. She's bringing the message from Asawase. Now Johnny says that I think Madrid's issue has got to do with the way Vinicius Junior's dribbling has declined. Going forward, with Hazard present, I think that we'll be able to break down defense that sit deep and we'll get the needed result. As for Inter, I'm sure we'll get at least 4 points from them to make it out of the group. Hala Madrid. This one is from a Chelsea fan. I say the Blues. I think the best pair for the Blues is Tomori. The best pair for the Blues should be Tomori and Zuma. That's his opinion.
Okay.
Thank you very much, viewers, for your comments. Remember to subscribe to our channel, Streamhouse TV on YouTube and Streamer GH on Facebook. Remember to also share with your colleagues. We'll delve into the local news when we come back from this short commercial break. You do know your favorite sports personalities on the pitch, but how well do you know them off the pitch? We bring you their stories, their lifestyle off the pitch.
We discuss the games as and when they happen. We discuss the fun parts of the game hidden from the lens of the media that we never get to hear, and give an in-depth analysis as to how the things that happen.
You will come your way with everything sports, including the entertainment aspect of it. Expect nothing but the best of analysis from my guests on every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Make dates with us. I am your host, Sadiq Abdul Latif.
Welcome back to Streamhouse TV on YouTube and Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Remember to click the subscription button and remember to share with your friend. Leave your comment behind. We will read your comment. And we are delving straight into the local news. CK Akono, he's set to name his squad against Sudan in the AFCON qualifiers. What do you think will happen? Are you going to see new faces or is the same old guys?
Well, okay. Looking at CK Akono, he's now new to the job, and I think we have to give him some time to,
But this AFCON qualifiers,
yes,
we can't give him time. No, because we can't give him time.
I trust him. I trust him. He will deliver.
If he loses this game, we are in hot waters.
Yes.
This is not time to do try and error.
Yes.
So what do you think? Should he bring in new faces or he should go with the old guns? At least we get a result, and then later on in the friendlies he can bring in the new faces.
At least I think he can merge them. If he brings the old guys on board and at least bring in some new guys, to play alongside with them, I think that will help. It will really help, because in playing an AFCON qualifiers, you need the experienced guys. This is AFCON, and if you don't have the experienced guys on ground, you are not going to qualify for it. So I think if he merges both the old guys and the new guys, it will really help our team. Yes. It will really help our team.
But you see, there's so what happens to the likes of new guys? Are there any new guys you are looking forward to for him to call? Because what happens to the likes of Wakaso and Co? Are they going to get the opportunity? Do you think that this is the opportunity for them to come in and prove or make a case?
Yes. I think you have to call Wakaso. These guys have been in the team for almost 8 years and they are the experienced one. So this one, we don't want any try and error because it's a AFCON qualifiers. So you need to bring these experienced ones on board so that you can get our team moving forward.
So going forward, he's played 2 matches.
Yes.
He's lost one and he's won one.
Yes.
What do you expect in this game in regards to results?
I think with this game, right now, CK knows what he wants, and
he should have been able to know the players and the tactics.
He wants to implement
the abilities of his players.
Yes,
there's not a time for trying.
This is not a time for trying. Though we have to give him some time, but this game is a very crucial game that we don't have to, go and do some try and error there, because we need points. And Ghana, if we don't win this match, our people, the way they will talk.
Already the lab is struggling to come back.
Yes.
The lab must come back with the result. So he needs to get us the result.
Yes.
I absolutely agree that he needs to do
Yes.
that. But I expect that he brings in some new faces. For me, the national team should be all about, we should have some pool of consistency among the squad we call, but it shouldn't restrict us from calling up new faces.
Yes.
Do you expect that Samojan will be called for this qualifiers? Because he started training, he's on the verge of a transfer move to Legon Cities. Do you expect him to get called up?
Yeah, definitely. He will call. He might call him, but I'm not really sure he will call him. Okay. So he might.
We'll wait to see. So concerning Ghana Premier League transfer.
Okay.
Tomorrow is the deadline.
Wow.
Any major moves you're expecting?
There is a speculation news about Asamoah Gyan. Yes, wants to join Legon Cities, and I think if he really joins this Legon City, I think it's going to help. Ghana League need these kind of people.
They need these faces.
Yes, we need these faces in our league, and with Asamoah Gyan's caliber of person that he is, I think it's going to boost our league. And Asamoah Gyan is our Ghana top scorer, and if he's in the Ghana Premier League, I think it will help. We're looking at his brand and all those stuff.
How impactful would this signing affect the Ghana Premier League? Because yes, we know Baby Jet is a big guy.
Yes,
I mean Baby Jet, no two ways about that. He's a legend in the Ghanaian football arena.
Yeah.
But how big is it that there's going to be we are going to feel an impact on the pitch and off the pitch, or is going to be just an off the pitch thing? Because this Ajan is almost 34 years, right?
Yeah.
So how impactful will the signing be? And he's going to earn close to $1 million in his 4 year estimated 4-year contract.
Wow. Looking at Jan's brand, in football is in two ways. We have on the pitch and off the pitch. As a football club, if you need to get something that will bring the club money, and looking at Jan's brand, people will start buying Legon City's JCs and all those stuff. So I think that's the main reason why they want to sign Asamoah Gyan.
So let's look at some of the deals that has happened in the Ghana Premier League. Fine, if Asamoah Gyan comes, he brings a lot of impact. At least to Legon City, they will have a leader, somebody who can lead them on the pitch, gets them the goals. At least Gyan, at the end of the season, will not give you less than 15 goals. And then and his brand alone is big enough. When Asamoah Gyan is around Legon City, at least they'll be able to get some fans and support. Going forward, they might be able to pull off some sponsorship deals because they have Asamoah Gyan as the face of the team. But let's look at other tools, and we are hoping that this deal gets confirmed before tomorrow by 11:59 p.m.
Hopefully.
That's when the Ghana transfer window ends. But let's look at some of the other deals that has happened. Esau to Dreams FC. Joseph Esau.
Wow.
How would Esau impact the Dream FC team? I mean, Dream FC already has a good team. If Joseph Esau has joined them, do you think he will add a lot in terms of the attacking threat?
Yes, I think so. He will add a lot to the attacking.
Last year he was the main man for Accra House of Folk. He was more, but when you watch it, I think he scored 4 or 5 goals before the league was cancelled. But he wasn't really. He's not. When you watch Joseph Esau play, Esau is not really like your typical striker. I see a player who wants to play more than to stay up front and wait for the ball to get to him. Esau is that kind of player who wants to be involved in the game, like the Benzema-like players. But he's strong, and so I always have questions with regards to his goal scoring rate, because you watch Esau in Accra Folk, he often wants to drop the pick the balls, move to the wings. He wants to engage in a run of play. And would that fit a style of play in Dreams FC, where he will have quality midfielders to supply? I don't know whether Esau is going to play as up front or as a second striker to the striker. How do you see Joseph Esau faring with Dreams FC?
I think with the tactical aspect, I think it will dwell on the coach. Because looking at his style of play, and if it will depend on the coach whether he will use him as the false number 9 or he will play him behind the striker. Because looking at his pace and his stature, I think the coach will play him as a second striker. I
think that's the best.
Yes, that's the best position for him. Yes.
Let's look at Kotoko. Kotoko wants to sign Justice Play. Do you think they really need him? But now they've signed this guy from Kayeke from Karela, and then they signed this other midfielder, and they brought in the Brazilian midfielder. So do you think they really need Justice Play, or that deal, we shouldn't expect that deal to happen?
Oh, that deal might happen. And looking at
Mediama is not ready to lower their price tag. Mediama is still standing where they are, and Kotoko is not ready to meet it even halfway. I think that personally, I think that we might not see this deal happen on the transfer deadline day. I think the deal, Justice have to accept that he's going to play the remainder of his contract at Mediama, and probably when he's done, he can move, or probably hope that he gets another deal. Somebody comes with the cash elsewhere to pick him from Mediama. But would Kotoko have been better? Is Kotoko better off without Justice Blay, or if Justice Blay is with them, he adds something extra?
Oh yeah. Looking at Justice Blay, I think he's a very good player, and if he's part of the Kotoko team, it will help them a lot. And looking at the project that Kotoko is doing, they wants to go to Africa, playing also in the league. So they need such qualities in their team. And a player like Justice Blay, if I would love if Kotoko can sign this player.
You love Kotoko sign
Justice Blay.
But Kotoko, now still on Kotoko, let's look at their goalkeeping options. They have Danlad. They have their number 1 goalkeeper. What's his name? They bought Abelora. They have this guy. They are first choice goalkeeper who they sideline. The name has escaped me.
Yes, it has escaped me
but
too.
He's very fantastic player. So going forward, what do they do with it? Because Razak Abelora has joined Kotoko. I'm not sure he's joining to go and sit on the bench. I'm sure Razak will join, and Razak is going to be the first choice. And it's been speculated that it's in his contract. How do you see Kotoko handling the goalkeeping issue? Because one thing about football is that when you sign, you must also remember that it's going to generate this player tension. Even though they are professionals, they have to keep themselves, be professional in all what they are doing. But I mean, everybody will love to play. And you can't have 3 or 4 national team goalkeepers.
I'll use Chelsea's case as a scenario. You know that right now Czech has been included in Chelsea's Premier League squad. Yes.
And he's an emergency goalkeeper.
Yes, emergency goalkeeper. And looking at what Kotoko is doing, they are establishing a project, and they want to win at all cost. And bringing in such players will bring in competition in the team. You know, when Edward Mendy came into Chelsea squad, you know what he's been doing.
But too much competition is also another issue, because
No,
you see, when
you know,
there's tension, when there's tension,
Kotoko is not a team
now
that
you hear-
they want to wait for you to. I mean, you know, they want to deliver. You understand? That's why they are bringing in such players. They want to deliver on the field. So, if they bring in such goalkeepers in their team, I think it will create some form of
But don't you
competition,
think
and
that-
they will find the right man for in the post.
No,
Yeah,
but don't you think that it creates tension, because these are national team goalkeepers, and when you don't take care, it escalates and it affects the whole team's harmony, or
Yeah.
do you get it?
Yeah.
Like the whole team's harmony will be destroyed. Then there'll be divisions, there'll be camps, and it brings a whole lot of things. I think they should look out to make a move for them. I think they should try and get some of them out of the club. Okay, it may not be, but they shouldn't do it in the quote unquote the nasty way, but at least do it in a more professional way, a nice way, so that at least, because for me, one thing that any top club in the world always have a number one goalkeeper.
Oh, yes,
and then
yes,
they know that this is
definitely.
our backup.
Yeah.
Because goalkeepers must have the sound mind.
Yeah.
They must not yes, you want to create competition for them, but you must always, you see, goalkeeping requires a lot of concentration, anticipation, and when you are troubled about who is sitting behind you and all those things, it puts a lot of pressure on you, and you go into the game, I don't want to make a mistake before or else I'll be dropped, or I don't want to make, so, and by the time you realize you are making mistakes.
Yes. Yes.
And so I think it's a really big problem that they need to address going forward.
Okay.
Very soon we are bringing the show to an end. We've talked about Kotoko, we've talked about Mediema, we've talked about Lagos cities. We are almost wrapping up the show. But before we wrap up, we want to enter the camps of Accra Suffolk. They brought in a new technical, they say he's a technical director. He has not, the club has not communicated that he is a head coach, but it is being speculated that he is coming to take the position of a technical director and a head coach. And Coach Odum's fate is hanging right now. We don't know whether he's going to be the assistant, he's going to be dropped to Aurora's. What's your take on the whole saga with regards to Accra Suffolk technical issues?
I think you know, bringing in a technical director, I think it will help them.
Do you think that it's right that they brought in Gamma and they brought in Pozo to come and take charge of the technical, given that Odum has been the one in charge, he's taking care of the team before COVID, pre-COVID, pre-season, now just with 15 days to start the league, and you bring in a new technical director, supposedly to become head coach. Do you think it's the right move by Accra Suffolk?
You know,
Others are saying that, I mean, this after they sack coaches within mid-season and another one comes and things. So
yes,
where
I think they are just following the suit of what they've been doing, just sacking
Every year,
yes every year.
2 weeks
You know,
they
they need to have a plan. They need to have a plan. At least, you know, all these things that they are doing, it involves money, and it's costing the club. So changing coaches every year, it would help them. It would help them. So at least if they are bringing in a new technical director, I think they have to maintain this one going forward. I think it will help them.
Well, I personally don't have any problem with them bringing in a new manager, but I think the timing is wrong.
Yes.
And if you've got the timing wrong, you see, to ensure sanity and calm in the camps of Accra Suffolk, just announce that he is going to be the head and Odum is going to be the assistant.
Okay.
And that's it. You keep the storms calm. At least the players get the concentration. Right now, I'm sure the players don't even know who's going to be the head coach and who's going to be the technical director, and who's going to be the assistant coach. And Odum is there training them. But in the minds of some players, after all, I mean, you see, players won't give, you know, the kind of players we have here, they won't give their full commitment. And that is really, really sad with regards to what is happening to a big club like Accra Suffolk. Well, let me read some messages in. So Kokoi says that what Accra Suffolk is doing is not the best. Odun should be given the job. At least let him start the season. if it's not going well, then you can sack him and bring in a new man, but not to bring a man in just about 3 weeks to the start of the season, knowing very well what Odum has done to the team. Abu from Swami says that great discussion. I don't think Kotoko needs Justice Blay because we have brought in a new Brazilian. Then another one from Yenehini. He says that, okay, I think that CK Akono should call in some new players to replace the Ayu brothers. They are not doing really well for us. Okay. Who is this guy? Okay, so this one says that the Premier League is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see my Accra folk win the Ghana Premier League. Well, thank you very much, viewers, for your audience and for your support. We thank you for your messages. This is Sportainment, your favorite midday sports show of the week. Today, I delve into the issues with it on Facebook. Bye.
Yeah.